Wow, guys, USAID is being shut down. Donald Trump is tired of dealing with all of this horrible, horrible things that the UN should be handling. The US taxpayers are on the hook for all these outrageous, outrageous programs they have all over the world. Let's get right to the video. But before that, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss none of the videos that I post. Let's get right to it.
USAID is a bowl of worms. There is no apple. And when there is no apple, you've just got to basically get rid of the whole thing. That is why it's got to go. You know, it's beyond repair. None of this could be done without the full support of the president. Actually checked with him a few times. Said, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." So we're shutting it down.
Man, so basically right there, before we get to the video, Elon Musk is telling you that they've literally drained it for all of his resources. It's the ball of his hungry people. They're looking for the next thing to grab onto to drain that of all the nutrients. Let's keep going, guys.
Well, sources confirming to Fox that USAID headquarters are in fact closed today, coming as President Trump and, as you heard, Elon Musk agreed the Agency for International Development needs to be shut down after failing to be transparent with their budget of billions. With us now, the former head of global health at USAID under President Biden, Atul Gawande. Thank you so much for being here. I want to put up your op-ed that you wrote in the New Yorker, the headline, "Beyond the Chaotic Attempt to Freeze Federal Assistance, the Potential for Devastation," you write, "is made plain by another order concerning the crucial work of USAID." You heard the criticism there about the budget and the spending. What's the response?
What's happening right now is dangerous for the United States and humanity. These are people shutting down an agency and having no clue the work that is being done. I'm a surgeon. I led global health at USAID, and I can tell you these are programs touching hundreds of millions of people around the world on a budget that's half the budget of the hospital where I do surgery. Let me give you some critical examples. Number one, in the last 4 years, USAID responded in containing 21 serious outbreaks of deadly diseases at risk of coming to the United States. There is an Ebola outbreak right now in Uganda that is killing people, and USAID, all activities have been shut down. That work is critical and is not even happening. Oh, wow. There is an HIV. 20 million people, of whom 6.5 million are children with HIV, where the global program that USAID leads with other parts of the U.S. government has been shut down. Those are people whose medicines are required for them to stay alive. I can go on down the list: eradication of malaria and polio and so on. This is dangerous. Yeah. It is bad for American security.
There is, criticism of how some organizations, there are a number of organizations who get money from USAID. The list, as you scroll through it, is a number of names that people are familiar with. But the budgeting of that and how that money is allocated has come under some significant criticism. And in fact, Brian Mast, congressman from Florida, head of the Foreign Affairs Committee, was on this weekend talking about it.
You want to authorize?
Really quick, guys. This is easy as this. If you have a contractor that's at your house, they're showing up, whenever they want. They already took the 50% down to do the job, and they're not doing the job. Just fire the contractor, because you're tired of getting screwed. Just fire the contractor. You find someone new to do the job the right way. That's exactly what Trump's doing right here. He's shutting down USAID because he wants to figure out where this money's going and figure out why American taxpayers' dollars are just getting wasted on anything. You're lining these pockets up. That little ball of worms, come on, man. They just looking for the next thing to latch onto. Let's keep going, guys. American people are tired of getting screwed.
Purging of State Department personnel. What does that mean exactly?
Well, if you want to take a look at the State Department, where DEI has been a priority over, let's say, diplomacy in many accounts, $500,000 to expand atheism in Nepal, $50,000 to do, let's see, a transgender opera in Colombia, $47,000 to do an LGBTQ trans comic book in Peru, $20,000 a pop to do drag shows in Ecuador. Shall I continue with more examples?
So overall, you're saying the spending, there are crucial things, and the closing of this agency is a real problem in the eyes. You say it's an advantage for the enemy. For the people who voted for President Trump and say you need to purge some of these programs, what do you say to them?
A top-to-bottom review of what is being done and a change in policies is a normal way of doing business, and that is appropriate in any administration. But a shutdown of work that is predominantly disaster assistance, it is global health, it's demining countries around the world, including Cambodia and Vietnam, so that agriculture can be resumed by farmers. That critical work affects millions, and the effort to shut it down, activities are already closed. People are being harmed as we speak.
Guys, this is money laundering at its finest. You know, I'm gonna pull up the video really quick so you can see Karoline Leavitt break it down.
Do you know if Mr. Musk took the same oath that you and other senior advisors to the president took about adhering to the Constitution, calling the law? Do you know if he took that oath?
I don't know the answer to that question, but like I told Caitlin, I can get back to you guys on that.
And do you know what expertise he has in the areas of global health or humanitarian aid to be able to assess what's happening at USAID?
Well, first of all, Elon Musk is a once-in-a-generation business leader. He is an entrepreneur. He serves as a great ally and a friend to the president. And I think Elon Musk also has a little bit of common sense. And I think the American people really appreciate that when it comes to the federal government, because it seems like all common sense has been lost in this city. And that's what you see when you look at USAID. I know Secretary Rubio made some comments about how he will be acting as the director over that agency. And here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look. Because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American...
So why are Americans obligated to pay for a DEI musical in Iceland? Why are we to fund any transgender stuff going on in Peru? I said Purdue. Peru. You know, this is a serious question, and I'm glad. I want to know how you guys feel, but I'm glad that someone's finally managing this store and make sure it runs the right way, because all of our money should not be going over here and going over here. And if it really is, this needs to happen. It needs to get looked into. You know, I believe this is money laundering at its finest, and they've finally been caught. People are panicking, but this stuff needs to happen. I told you guys it's going to look really bad at first. The outcome is going to be great. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I'm out.